I'm Holden Karnofsky, and I'm the co-founder of GiveWell. GiveWell is an organization that finds outstanding giving opportunities and publishes the full details of our analysis to help donors decide where to give. GiveWell started in 2007 when my co-founder, Ellie Hassenfeld, and I were trying to give away our own money and do as much good as possible, and we had trouble finding good information on how to do so, so we left our jobs and raised money from our former coworkers and started GiveWell. Now, since 2007, GiveWell has been mostly focused on giving opportunities that are proven and cost effective. So you can trace what good your dollars are accomplishing, and you can feel that you're getting a lot of good per dollar spent. We've looked at a wide variety of different kinds of programs that charities carry out to help people, and these range from job training in the US to distributing bed nets in the developing world. And we've looked at the evidence behind these programs and tried to find the ones that have strong evidence behind them and that also accomplish a lot of good for a little money. In doing so, we've found ourselves focusing more on the developing world because we feel the needs are greater there, and we feel that your dollars can go further there. There's often very basic needs, and things like insecticide-treated bed nets for preventing malaria can do a lot of good for a little money. The way we evaluate charities and try to find top charities under this framework is that we start by looking for organizations that work on programs we've identified as very promising on these criteria. Then once we find them, we do in-depth reviews of the organizations, and we ask questions like, what does this organization do? How does it allocate its funds? What is the evidence that it has about how its activities are going and about whether they're going as intended? And finally, what we call the room for more funding question, which is what would more funds allow this organization to do that it couldn't do otherwise? An example of a current top charity is Give Directly. Give Directly gives cash transfers to very low-income people in the developing world. For every dollar you give, their goal is for 90 cents to reach someone with an extremely low income. Now, a lot of people are skeptical intuitively about cash transfers, but as we've reviewed the evidence, we've found good evidence that these transfers are used well, that they improve people's lives, and that often people get quite good investments out of them. Other good qualities about Give Directly: they have a strong monitoring process. We're able to trace the donations that are given to them and feel that they do a good job getting those donations into the hands of the people they're targeting. And Give Directly is very transparent and open, so it's very possible to understand what's going on and how things are going. Now, recently, we've started branching out with a different project, the Open Philanthropy Project, which we work on in collaboration with Good Ventures, which is a foundation run by Carrie Tuna and funded by Dustin Moskovitz. The Open Philanthropy Project is an attempt to get outside the framework of proven and cost-effective charities and instead look for giving opportunities that might be much higher risk and higher reward, such as changing the way people think about U.S. public policy. Now, as we've explored different giving opportunities for this area, we often use different criteria for different giving opportunities. We don't believe in a single unified template, but there are some basic questions that we tend to ask. First off, we think it's important to be thoughtful about the cause you pick and the problem that you work on. So we try to pick problems that are very important, that affect a lot of people, that affect people deeply, but also problems where it seems like there's progress to be made, where more dollars can lead to more progress. And finally, we try to pick problems that we feel are neglected or underfunded or underappreciated. So all else equal, we'd rather not work on a problem or what we call a cause that is already crowded with other philanthropists. Once we've selected a cause to focus on and we're looking at a giving opportunity, we tend to ask questions like, what is this organization trying to do? How does this fit into our view of what most needs doing in this cause? Is this organization qualified, and do they have achievements or qualifications that suggest they will be successful in their goal? And finally, the room for more funding question again. What will our funds allow an organization to do that it couldn't do otherwise? For an example of this kind of work, you can see our public write-up on the Pew Charitable Trusts, which is an organization that we're partnering with on the cause of criminal justice reform. We believe that currently in the US, there's a lot of mass incarceration that has a high humanitarian cost, a high financial cost, and is not even in the best interests of public safety. We believe there's unusual opportunities at this time to make progress on this and to cause changes in this area. And we've picked this as a focus cause, and we've picked the Pew Charitable Trusts as a partner, and we explain why in our public write-up. Now, one of the things I find exciting about this kind of work in general is that the area of analyzing giving opportunities is itself not a very crowded field. There's not very much public information out there, there's not very much written on how to do it well, and a lot of people, including us, are largely making it up as we go along. We hope that will change over time, and I hope that whatever you end up doing and whatever decisions you end up making, you share as much as you can of what you decided and the reasoning that went into it. Because the more people do that, and the more information grows over time, the better we'll all become at giving well. Thanks very much.